from the night team, New England takes a polar plunge.
We're right in the middle of this huge storm.
And with the winds, we could see a blizzard out there.
And here on the Cape, we're bracing for more than a foot.
Along the coast, they're ready for rising waters.
Here in Worcester, it's a deep freeze. And with the help of this guy, crews are plowing through the snow like they've never done before.
We are all over this blast of winter weather.
The night team has storm force coverage.
7 News at 11 starts now.
First at 11, a live look over on the Cape. This is Sandwich, where the snow is falling steadily and the winds are certainly whipping at times. Tomorrow morning, people there could wake up with more than a foot of snow on the ground.
All quiet in Boston. School is out tomorrow. People here could wake up to 8 inches of snow. And we are following breaking news in Mattapan, where the driver of an SUV lost control, plowed right into that home. Speed and icy roads being blamed for that wreck.
We'll take you live to that scene in just a moment, but first, we are in the thick of this storm right now.
It will not let up until tomorrow morning. The morning commute could be very tough, and that's why all those plows are out hitting the road tonight.
Meanwhile, the snow is hitting the ground, and it's just going to keep piling up overnight, making getting around pretty tough for a lot of us. The night team is bringing you storm force coverage tonight. We're fanned out all over Massachusetts. We're going to first begin with our weather team. There are new numbers tonight. Here's Chief Meteorologist Pete Bouchard.
And now from the night team, there's no place like home. The Patriots bounce back.
And Brady fires it over the middle. Caught. Touchdown, Rob Gronkowski.
Tonight, 7 is live in Foxborough with the big hits.
You got the feeling with the Patriots, they couldn't wait for this game to start.
The big plays.
Ridley.
That was an angry football team that has been hearing it all week long and was sick of it.
And the big moments.
And Brady throws, and that's caught at the 1 and into the end zone.
From a Sunday night showdown, this is a late edition of 7 News at 11.
First at 11, the Pats are back. Total domination of the unbeaten Cincinnati Bengals. Tom Brady and the entire Patriots team taking over the game from the first snap and never looking back. Yes, tonight we watch the Patriots we know and love.
Yeah, they set the tone early on, that's for sure. The Pats taking the field with something to prove. They were a team possessed, you could say, and that wasn't more evident than on the first drive. Brady with a couple of big passes early on. He even did something we haven't seen in a while, use his feet and scramble for a big pickup before Stephen Ridley capped off the opening drive with the touchdown. They were firing on all cylinders in that series, quieting all the doubters.
We do have night team coverage of the Patriots' big bounce back. We have reaction from Pats fans, but we'd like to get started with Sports Director Joe Amorosino with highlights from tonight's much-needed win. Joe.
Much needed indeed, Kim.
7 News at 11 starts now. Now on 7, a big blast rocks a neighborhood.
Last thing we saw was the house next to us exploding and all kinds of debris flying our way.
A home explodes as SWAT teams swarm. Tonight, searching for answers. What happened at this wild scene?
And breaking here tonight, moments ago, the Attorney General and the Governor of New Hampshire confirmed a police officer was shot and killed before this house exploded in Brentwood, New Hampshire this afternoon. Those terrifying events played out as neighbors looked on.
And they say the officer was there answering to a domestic disturbance call. 7's Brandon Gano is in Brentwood, just down the street from that horrifying scene. Brandon?
Nature's fury. Revere takes a direct hit from a terrifying twister. Winds whipping at 120 miles an hour.
And the damage done is on a massive scale.
Roofs ripped off, trees snapped, cars tossed, and it all happened without warning. Cameras capture the moment of impact. We're seeing just how violent this twister really was.
People forced to take cover as the twister barreled down Broadway.
This storm was one for the record books. The night team has big story coverage of the Revere tornado.
7 News at 11 starts now. Tonight on 7, Revere ripped apart.
Oh my God! They all broke! Look at the trees! They all broke!
Chaos and confusion.
Sick to my stomach. Sick to my stomach. I'm a nervous wreck.
That is nuts. Oh my God.
I was just glad everybody was okay.
The night team takes you inside the Revere tornado.
Here's a live look at Revere tonight. Trees down, debris all over the place. It's going to be a few days before the mess left behind by this powerful tornado is cleared out. This storm tore through the area this morning.
And the National Weather Service quickly confirmed that this was an EF2 tornado. It had winds clocking in at 120 miles an hour, powerful enough to flip over cars, snap trees like twigs, and peel rooftops right off the buildings. National Weather Service also confirming that this tornado traveled along the ground for 2 miles, staying down for 4 minutes, and leaving a path of destruction as wide as 6 football fields.
Tonight we have video inside the twister. Check out this terrifying video taken by a 7 News viewer taking shelter inside a store as the wind, the rain just spun out of control literally feet away. And it wasn't just Revere. This is surveillance video from Lynn. In just seconds, powerful winds there kicked up so fast and furious, it pushed this boat several feet. And the cleanup has not been easy. Crews had to bring in heavy machinery to pick up the pieces, huge tree branches and power poles just knocked down. From the cleanup to the incredible stories of survival, we have a team of reporters covering every angle of this powerful tornado. We'll begin with the night team's Ryan Schulteis live outside a Revere body shop that found itself in a real danger zone. Ryan?
Now on 7, 1 year later, we remember.
Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning.
We are not strangers. We are all connected to each other, to events beyond our control, to a common destiny.
Honoring the victims.
Lindsay, Sean, Crystal, and Martin.
Celebrating the survivors.
You too were strong at this broken place because the compassion that took hold of this city, the generosity that resides in our people. It's the heartbeat of Boston.
Stronger than ever.
We are Boston. We are America. We respond. We endure. We overcome. And we own the finish line.
And we begin at 7 News at 11 with breaking news. Just hours after the end of the emotional ceremonies at the marathon finish line, police swarmed that same area, moved everyone away because of a bomb threat. Police say a man dropped a suspicious package at the finish line.
So disgusting. This happened on a day like today. He told them he had a pressure cooker inside. Ryan Schulteis saw it all happen. He's live at the finish line tonight. Ryan?
Adam, if you can believe it, the finish line behind me here, once again, a crime scene tonight. Take a look at this. Boylston Street still closed off here as investigators sift through the debris from that detonation that happened earlier tonight.
Tonight on 7.
Sorry to announce that today's a sad day in the history of the Boston Fire Department.
Boston firefighters lose their lives battling a blaze in the Back Bay.
We lost 2 heroes here today.
Flames fueled by strong winds, spreading smoke across the city. Boston's bravest mourning a firefighter tragedy.
Right now on 7 News at 11, we're showing you a live look at the scene in Boston's Back Bay. The fire still smoldering tonight in a Beacon Street brownstone where 2 firefighters lost their lives today. The city of Boston is in mourning tonight.
And we have learned the names of the 2 heroes killed in the line of duty. Lieutenant Ed Walsh and firefighter Michael Kennedy were trapped in the basement of that burning building as the flames raged.
Moments after hearing the tragic news that 2 of their own had died, Engine 33 in the Back Bay lowered the flag outside their firehouse. A group gathered outside, paying their respects, saluting the fallen heroes. We have Team 7 coverage for you tonight. Our reporters on Beacon Street where the fire broke out, at the hospital, and outside that firehouse where those brave men worked and are being honored tonight. For the latest on the firefighter tragedy, we go to 7's Byron Barnett, who's in the Back Bay. Byron?
Also tonight, the need for speed. A Maserati doing 100 through the Back Bay. Tonight, a local college student's life in the fast lane.
Police say they pulled over that BU student because he was driving 100 miles per hour down one of Boston's busiest streets. And they say that's not the only law he broke. Brandon Gano live in the Back Bay with more details tonight. Brandon?
From the night team, don't look down. Window washers at the New World Trade Center in New York, trapped and in trouble, but hanging tough with high anxiety.
Those window washers were hanging on for their lives, dangling 68 stories high. It was a risky rescue to get them down safely. 7's Ryan Schulteis has more on this high-rise horror.
Kim, just a terrifying hour up there, hanging almost 70 stories above the ground at a 75-degree angle. Firefighters had to bust through thick glass to pull them to safety.